I'm sure a lot of working professionals have this question in mind. Will I have enough time to study for CAT with my work? And hence a lot of questions come across when, whenever I take any session for CAT 26 students, sir, should I leave my job or should I start working? All these questions are there because they're not sure how much time will they have. So now I'll tell you the best part about CAT. You really don't need 2 or 3 hours together to study when you're preparing for CAT. Every time you have a half an hour break or a slot of half an hour in between somewhere where you're free, you can always use that time and start preparing for CAT. Let me explain the whole logic to you first. Now, obviously, you will have to attend your class, whether it's an online class, offline class, whatever you're doing. If you're an iQuanta student, you'll have to attend that class for 2 hours. That's one part. But besides that, the time where you have to practice, you can always take half an hour slots. Start removing extra time, half an hour from everywhere. So, for example, how much ever you're getting up early in the morning, try to get up half an hour early. And if you try and get up half an hour early, you will have time to do at least one more DILR set or one more RC. Now, you don't even need half an hour. You might do at some later stage, you might do even 2. So, every time you have a half an hour slot, you should work on at least one DILR set, one RC maybe, obviously on different days. Now, secondly, same way for Quant, you can always take a one concept at a time, like how at iQuanta we have our concept videos. We have one concept where, say, if I'm talking about time, speed, distance, I'm talking about boats and stream. So, you look at that concept, study that concept will be a 5 to 7 minute video and then try and solve 5 to 7 questions around it. That's a good half an hour work. So, you finish one concept. You have not finished the whole chapter of time, speed, distance, but you finish one concept and you finish questions around it. So, that way all working professionals can break up their day, whether they have that extra 10 minutes during lunchtime or 15 minutes during lunchtime. Normally, all offices have 45 minutes lunch. You should not take more than 15 minutes for lunch. Can you take that extra half an hour? What about avoiding traffic? If you're in a city like Mumbai, Gurgaon, Delhi, Bangalore, there is terrible traffic, and hence what happens, you spend 1.5 hours, 2 hours in traffic sometimes. Start trying to sit in office late, and after you finish your work, say if you finish your work at 7:38, can you sit in office, and if office is not allowing you, some cafe near the office where you can sit in that cafe or office and solve for 1.5 hours and then go home, so that you avoid that time which you're wasting in traffic unnecessarily. See, these are all small things, and these, remember that these don't come from me. These come from the students earlier, our toppers earlier from all these years who've been talking to me. These are the things they have done. Getting up half an hour early, sleeping half an hour late is always going to help. One other important thing is, don't have too many priorities in this 1 year. Okay, so work will be a one priority, prep for CAT will be one more priority. Keep one more hobby with you, whether it is running, dancing, singing, whatever pleases you, one extra hobby, so that you are also kind of preparing for GDPI with that one. Now, besides these 3 things, don't do too many things. First thing, try and get rid of your apps like Instagram and all that. When I say get rid of them, don't get rid of them completely, but maybe just see that, okay, you're not going to use it for more than 10 minutes a day or something like that. Once you have all these things in place, know that I am going to focus only on these 3 things. I'm sure whether you're a working professional, whether you're in college, final year of college, or you have hectic working hours, you will always find time to study. The other important part is all your weekends and holidays. India is a country with a lot of holidays. Diwali holiday, Holi ka holiday, Gandhi Jayanti ka holiday, ऐसे बहुत सारे holidays आते हैं. Use all these holidays to cover up. Use those holidays to work like 8-10 hours a day. A lot of people tell me, okay, sir, I've left my job. And after leaving the job, what are they doing? Sir, I'm studying for 3 hours a day. Now, when you leave your job, you had 24 hours, you were going to work for 10 hours. Now, suddenly, you have that extra 10 hours, but you're still studying only for 3 hours a day. What's the point? So, if you are in that position, say even at a later stage when you leave your job, then be ready to study for 8-10 hours, only then leave your job. Otherwise, I'm sure with job, you'll be able to manage. Thank you.